What's up, everybody? What's up, Lance?
Alien.
Hey, Facebook. Hopefully, everybody's doing all right tonight. Got new patches. Trying to curl under, but guess I should probably put it higher. Also works as a great beard comb, by the way.
Yeah.
There we go. None will be hanging and flopping. There we go. Perfection. Obviously, I do realize it's a little bit weird that we are live tonight when I said that we would not be live tonight. Original plan was we were going to be in Wisconsin. Surprise. Chin plate? License to chin? I don't know. What's up, Cheeto?
Hey,
What's up, Gerardo? Or well, I guess it would be Gerardo, right? Or it would just be Gerardo.
Gerardo. I mean, if you're saying the Spanish version of it.
Well, see, there you go.
Let's go with Chin Plate. This is
License to chin. I don't even know what that means, but I like it. So, yeah, we were planning on being on a trip already, but Alina's body had other ideas.
Yep.
So basically, when you're going through IVF, which this was really weird. Let's move that right there. There we go.
Hey, Brian.
What's up, Brian? So when you're going to through IVF, they give you a bunch of drugs to make your ovaries get large and then force your body to drop a bunch of eggs. Because the more eggs you have, the better chance you have of them having an embryo that is gonna survive. What's up, Harrison? Be viable. So, Alina's an overachiever and 32 eggs.
That's how many they got from me this morning.
Now, we don't know how many of those are mature.
We'll find that out.
We'll find that out later on. And we don't even know how much of my sample is viable. We'll find that out later on as well. What's up, Scobie? New patch. Could be. But so basically, what they'll do is they'll take a really good egg from Alina. They'll take whatever they can muster from me and go ahead and join them together in a test tube, swirl it around a little bit, and then we'll go in or she'll go in a later date. We'll go in together and she will be inseminated. But they want to take the best, most mature eggs so you have the best chance of fertilization and all that stuff. That's what we were doing this morning. Because of that, we've had to change around our plans for a third time.
Yeah.
But it's okay. Because everything worked out.
It actually worked out better.
Worked out a lot better.
So.
Hold it up to the light. I mean, it's too bright in here. You won't see a glow, but it does glow. The white on this PVC does glow. In Cthulhu, we trust.
You forgot to hold up the light after the swirl.
Oh.
I thought it was
swirl. Yeah. What's up, Dylan? So yeah, we'll leave Monday morning. I gotta make a quick pit stop in Nashville, and then we're gonna stop in St. Louis because there's a brewery that I want to try, and I really hope that they have the beer that I tried from them there. Because if they do, uh, one of the best peanut butter beers I've ever tried in my life. So, and that'll be about halfway. So we'll stop in St. Louis, go to O'Fallon Brewery. What's up, Zeno?
Hey, Zeno.
But I do love the patch. I mean, if you want one, I'll have them with me. Um, and then we'll swap driving, and she'll drive the rest of the way up to Iowa. What's up, Black Sparrow? And then we'll spend the night in Iowa. Go see my family Tuesday. Spend the night in Iowa again. And then go to Wisconsin on Wednesday. Hit up Past the Rock Wednesday morning. New Glarus right after that. And then go up to Mothon. Mothon, whatever. I need a knife. If only you knew somebody who made knives. My folders are pushed back again for the same bullshit. So we will be paying them a different way for a third time.
Hey, PNW.
What's up, PNW? Hey, PNW, thanks for the order, sir. I appreciate you.
Also, I'm still sore from this morning. So whenever I get up and start walking away, I look like a little old lady. That's why. But I gotta let these dogs out.
I needed it in my hand like yesterday. Are you talking about a fixed blade or a folder? Because I still have some fixed blades in stock. My grinder is down right now. I just found that out yesterday. I don't know if it's a plug issue or a grinder issue, but I got a new plug today. So I'm hoping it's the receptacle. And if I don't get a chance to change that out tomorrow, then that'll be done when I get back. Because I was getting ready to put some spalted maple handles on uh, a Farrier file knife that I made, and I went to go turn on my grinder, and my grinder went nah. So hope it's an easy fix. Because if not, shit. What's up, Adam? It's like a $2,000 machine. No big deal. Guess I should probably put this on this side for Facebook. There we go. You guys get the good angle. Love you too, Adam. Hope all is well. Been too long, but I'm gonna head out and get some stuff done. Cheers, y'all. You did catch a live, Scovy. You have something on your face. I do have something on my face, and it's also for sale on the website. And it glows. PVC. See the mallet you made? No. But color me interested. Disc mustard. Dude. That mallet is sick. What'd you make it out of? That's some pretty wood. I likes it. I likes it a lot. Yeah, so Adam, I don't know if you heard me or not, but I went to go turn on my grinder yesterday and my grinder said no. So I have to figure out what the problem is or where the problem is. Oh, dude, nice. That's pretty dark for being cedar. I guess it's not. Did you burn it? Did you flame it? It looks great though. I like it. I like it a lot. The dark oak sand. Okay. What's up, Joe? Should probably bring a fixed blade or two with. Okay, I can make that happen. My cousin already told me that I needed to bring some knives with me. I don't have a whole lot left, but I can bring some up. I was already planning on bringing the chungus that I was working on, so we can do some I can do some kydex. Show you what's up with kydex. I've taught a class before on kydex. I'm not saying I'm the best at it, but I'm kind of presidential.
Professional.
My kydex skills are pretty great. Trump impersonation, not so much. Trying to figure out how to leather cord wrap a mini sledgehammer handle. No, it just went dark. Sorry. What's up, Weld?
It will.
You want to hand me one of those signed mini pluses that it's got the handle wrap? There's only one in there. It's got the handle wrapped. I need to swap it out with the one that I have in our case. So, Joe, may not be the look that you're going for, but this was done by Zach over at Goon. And it is very, very comfortable.
Hey, Marco.
What's up, Marco? Yeah, I've always been a paracord wrap kind of guy, but this leather cordage feels very nice. Very good, very nice. The brass 5/16 tube. What if you notched part of the tube and then stuck your cord in that tube and then just wrapped it? Get some drink. Or I can just bring mine, which is what I was planning on doing. And we can go over all that when I'm there.
Sorry, I'm gonna go sit down on the couch with my heating pad. So.
You're good.
Just wanted to hop on, let you guys know everything's good.
You had a traumatic experience today.
Yep.
One of the leave the tube hollow so it's cordable. That's what I'm saying. At the end of the tube, notch, just like a little tiny notch. Stick the cord in that, and then you have something wrapped around. Or you could do the EDC style of wrap and take the length of the tube, run your cord down the length of the tube, and then wrap around the cord. And then when you get to the very end, well, actually, you got to do it on the top. You do a loop, wrap it around the loop, and when you get to the end, you slide it through the loop and then pull it through. No, I know a little bit of something about a couple things. Not much though. Okay, this is annoying the crap out of me. Gotta show off the goods. Gotta show off that new. It was not. It felt weird as shit while I was talking. I can.
I was gonna do it, but a lot of bending
over. No, I gotcha. What I'm going to do, I think, then epoxy over. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that'll also work. We got some smart people up in this bitch. Is there somebody walking by? Yeah, so we had to be up at the clinic by 7:30. Our procedure was supposed to start at 8:30. And they got us back real quick. We got there at like 7:15. But we've been up since 5 o'clock this morning. She took a little nap while I went up to work and finished off a couple of hats for me. But P&W's pens are awesome. His mica pens are even better. Buttery smooth. Feeling bitch. Yeah, when we get back from vacation, um, we're gonna we're gonna try and do a giveaway for the channel. Because thanks to P&W's uh, awesomeness, we have some cool things to give away. Plus, we have some of our stuff to give away, and we've done beer glasses in the past. Um, they haven't been great sellers, but they have sold. But I have an idea for a pint glass with one of my many new logos on it. So, and we bought a case of pint glasses, so we need to do something with them. Hell yeah, P&W. Let me look. There should be some pictures of some glasses we've done. Made me itchy. New stickers. Okay. Hell yeah, P&W. I know I got pictures on here of pint glasses. It's been a while. I just gotta find them. Those are the tumblers we did. I'm gonna look in, see if I can find any of them. Here's one we did. So this one wasn't done very well, but what we do is we'll take vinyl and then put it on the glass and then we'll etch the glass. So that's permanent. But definitely got to do some BSD pints for sure. Like to do some rocks glasses, but also don't want to buy a whole case of rocks glasses or shot glasses because it's a lot to pick up. Also, super excited. New Mushroom Head CD dropped today. I've not listened to it yet, but I'm going to. But a couple of songs I've heard so far have been pretty good. Also, I don't know if you guys have heard of this or not, but somebody did what was her name? Chapel Rowan did her song Pink Pony Club, um, but with the voice of Plankton. And if you have not checked it out, it is one of the greatest things that you'll ever hear. So you're welcome. If anybody's interested, there is a link to jump on the live. Please stop looking. And there's the URL for the new patch. What's up, Tyler? Mr. Benson. For those of you wondering, I'm live on Facebook on my phone. And then we're live here. Yeah, Alina's doing pretty good. She's just sore, which is the reason why she went back and uh, back to the living room so she could use the heating pad. And it dropped for a minute when a military plane flew over the base. Man, they're always trying to keep the truth under wraps. I don't even think I'm a speck on their windshield anymore, which is the way that I like it. Yeah, if you guys have not checked out Pink Pony Club by Plankton, it's fantastic. Oh yeah, absolutely. She said thank you. Yeah, so I I don't know what the average is. I guess I can Google it. Jesus Christ. So on average, women can expect to have 8 to 14 eggs retrieved during IVF. Alina had 32. Fucking ridiculous. Can make these Kydex sheets for MDF. I'm actually going to go meet up with a bladesmith in Wisconsin and teach him how to do Kydex. That's funny. Well, yeah, I mean it's not just like if you're going and you might as well grab enough. That's how much her body produced. So it's like 2 years, 2 years and 8 months or something worth of eggs. Like it's crazy. Twice the eggs, hopefully double the sperm count. Well, so that's one thing that I was worried about, because with IVF, possibility of twins and triplets. No, I said I'm going up to teach. I've already been taught, sir. Um, but with the fact that we're not doing genetic testing, they're only going to put in one egg. Now that could still split and be twins or even triplets, I think. But more than likely, it's just going to be one kid. First thing that my dad said, he was like, "So you're having 32 kids?" Hell no. Hell no. I'm not trying to birth a nation. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. I figured that. All right. Sorry about that, guys. Ugh. Ever see that Vince Vaughn movie? All hopes for the best ideal situation for you both. Nice, healthy baby, mom and baby perfectly fine upon birth. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to that. Fuck Kydex. Tell those people to send nice stuff for leather. Kydex doesn't bother me that bad, man. Yeah, it's messy, but meh. Nice, my thought. What's up, Cody? New patch. Upside down. New patch. Yeah, our mic on our computer sucks, so we got this. But I can change colors. Medicine time. Hope you're back, Joe. Hope you come back, Joe. Appreciate it, man. Hope everything's going well for you, dude. Um, but yeah, I mean, Kydex, it's messy for sure, but like, it doesn't bother me that bad. We're trying, man. But P&W, that's exactly what I said to my boss. I was like, hopefully it's just one. If it's two, if it's three, whatever. Biggest thing is that the baby slash babies are healthy and mom's healthy. And hopefully I don't have to change the black tar diaper. But I probably will. It's fine. It's just crazy to me to like I will be in charge of the life and death of like a little baby. Like who who okayed this? For sure, I get it, Kirk, and I agree. I know that's what everybody keeps on telling me, but it's still terrifying. Lean and I will both be looking at each other like we need an adult. Shit. I didn't get pictures of it, but my old boss was getting rid of his metal tools because he was like, I'm gonna do some smithing, and he's gotten really into woodworking. And he's like, I haven't messed with it in 7 years, so there's no reason for me to keep this stuff. And I was like, fair enough. So I ended up getting like a bunch of tongs, a bunch of hammers, 16 pieces of spring steel that once flattened, I can get a lot of knives out of. New forge, well, new to me forge that should get hotter to where I can do Damascus here, which would be nice. Parenthood isn't that bad. Liz and I have a blast. Well, I'm sure, Kirk, that like you get used to it, but it's just that it's that initial shock of like, holy shit, this thing that I'm supposed to keep alive has a self destruct button built in. Yeah, so I'm excited that I've got more tools. I even got an old rolling mill, so I'll be able to do some cool projects in the future. But I may end up getting some more spring steel from him. It's a really good price that he's given me. Oh yeah, there's no such thing as too many hammers or tongs. I got you, Kirk. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, the only set of tongs I have right now is a set of farrier tongs that I got from Alina's cousin. They don't quite cut it when you're dealing with knives. I do know that tonight is not going to be. Well, I say it's not going to be a late night. Kind of like that teal. That teal's not bad. Changing the color on my mic, by the way. I say it's going to be an early night, but Alina has to wait till midnight to take her next last dose of antibiotics for today. So I might still be awake then. I don't know. But I got to go pick up the forge stand for my boss. My old boss. He lives 10 minutes down the road, 5 minutes down the road. So we'll go do that. Then we got to get the oil changed in our car before we take the trip on Monday. So, and at some point this weekend we have to mow, but we don't have a whole lot planned for this weekend because we're going to be traveling. So we shall see if we can swing it. I'm going to try and swing by my buddy's shop in Indianapolis on the way back, but we'll just have to see how tired we are and how much time we have and stuff like that. Not looking forward to paying for the dogs to be boarded for a week. That's gonna suck. But it'll be exciting for Alina to experience Iowa and Wisconsin. Whole another world up there. Oh, Brian. So apparently in Waukesha, Hulk Hogan was at a grocery store and they debuted his new beer. And Alina looked at it and she was like, yeah, so Hulk Hogan was up in Waukesha. And then she said something. She was like, I've never read something so Wisconsin. And I was like, wait, what? Is it WAUK? She goes, yeah. I said, honey, that's Waukesha. Oh, dude. Like, so Kirk, I've said that to so many people. Like, I'm not looking forward to the trip up to Iowa because it's literally like well, so we're taking 65 to 24. So it's going to be Nashville, Clarksville, Paducah, St. Louis, and then from St. Louis up to Iowa. So it's going to be like, hey, major city farm, major city farm, major city corn. Oh, hey, we're in Iowa. Corn, corn, more corn. It's going to be awful. That's what I said, Brian. I said, Keisha. Hey, Lena. Brian's laughing that you said Waukesha. She goes, I mean, that's what it looks like. You know, you could watch the comments while you're on the couch. That's funny. I saw another video earlier to where they were talking about Harris and Walls or whatever his name is. They had events in Eau Claire, and the dude was trying to say Eau Claire so hard, but he was like Eclair, Eau Claire, like, I'm butchering it, I'm so sorry. I'm like, bro, it's Eau Claire. In everybody's defense, though, a lot of Wisconsin names are pronounced way different than the way that they're spelt because they're Indian. So, hey, Alina's here. Now I don't have to yell. Yay. Sorry, by the way, Facebook. Hi, Doodle. What are you doing, bro? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing, cross-eyed kitty? Oh, you're mad. Okay. So, Brian, is this coming up on Wednesday gonna complicate things? What's up, Brian? Brian number 2. I'm sure you've seen it. New Pat. If you want to get on my lap, come here. Well, come here if you want my attention. Well, I know you're gonna have to work on Wednesday, so I didn't know if it would be harder for us to do like the kydex or anything like that, or go watch the movie. Come here, buddy. I'm just gonna put you in my lap. All I'm gonna do. I mean, it's fine, Alina. People on Facebook want to see your pretty face. See? But then we gotta lift you up for the people on YouTube. Good point. I should probably leave work early today. You probably should. Maybe going to work late on Thursday? If you can. I don't want you to get in trouble. Show your pretty face. You're not shy, Kitty. You're not shy. Show your pretty face. Just found it. I was a minute in the past. Missed some shit. Eh. We're not that exciting. Or I'm not that excited. Dude, they want to see your pretty face. Oh, come on. Quit being shy. Quit being shy, Doodle. Look at the camera. Why are you being so shy? Okay. That forward motion going. Businesses, babies, chili covered beans. Yeah. Hopefully we can get some forward motion going on, not just babies, but also business. If I can ever get my knives. But like I said, I ended up getting a bunch of spring steel for my old boss. And I'll have to take it down to my buddy shop in Alabama to get it flattened out because I'm not doing that by hand. And then once I get it flattened out, I'll take it back over to my ex boss's shop because he has a plasma cutter. Done. So I should probably in September have a buttload of knives. Slow and steady does win the race. Some of us, slow and steady doesn't. Okay. That's funny. Doesn't count when you work there, bro. Uh, you know what makes me sad? We have no gas station knives at all. What? Bro. Give me the number to your corporate. I'll have some cheap gas station knives up in that bitch. I'll just do a production line. Be inexpensive fixed blades. Hey, what's up, Rose? What's up, Rob? Welcome back, Brian. We have some at certain gas stations. I need to make some more so I can have the local sell them. Wait, you have some knives at some gas stations? I'm hoping if I can ever get my fucking folders from China that I can get them at Smoky Mountain Knife Works and a couple other shops. That's the plan at least. At some point, I need to go over to Kirk's shop so he can teach me the finer points of doing a custom folder. Because we live close enough slash far enough away to where like I could, as long as he's not busy, I could go down there 3 days in a row or however long it takes. I'm sure he'll put me to work doing some kydex or sanding or whatever he needs, which I don't mind. What are you kitties doing? Penelope is trying to fight Link. Bringing on there hard, just some things to watch for. I know, man. It's lack of tooling on my end, and then knowledge of detent depth and angle for lock bar and all that stuff. I just need to do it, but I'm just gonna get frustrated with it because like I'm gonna learn how to do it, and then I'm gonna want to do it again and have to rig up some shit in my shop, and it's just gonna piss me off. Not to get my knee. Oh, you're good, man. Oh, that was the plane, Kirk, for sure. I mean, you say that, but you have knowledge back behind the winging it. So. Just had a Chrisception was going through my Facebook. I didn't even get a notification on my end that you were watching on Facebook. But Chrisception is always awesome. Everybody should get a little Chrisception. A long, long time ago, I used to do live Ceptions. But that was a long, long, long time ago. Oh shit! Chrisception is terrible. Chrisception is great. The live Ceptions were always fun. Dude, tell Jacinda we really appreciate it. I would dare to guess, but I would say that if they're warm, more than likely Alina will wear her booties during birth. Just saying. It's confusing but oddly arousing. I agree. And here's making this November with knowledge that and asking a lot of questions. Oh, for sure, man. I have reached out to many a maker, asking many questions. Eh, reached out to a lot of makers asking just a few questions, but I do ask questions and I do appreciate getting knowledge from people that are far smarter than I. Happens way too often that I'll get false confidence, if you will. And I'll be like, I know how to do blah blah blah, and then it will fail miserably, like the last time I was making Damascus. And then somebody just has to remind me, like, hey, you missed step 3. And I'm like, shit. Okay. But there's a lot of knowledge within the not only the EDC community, but the knife makers community. And I really appreciate that a lot of the guys that are really good at doing what they're doing or really good at doing what they do are not pompous assholes where it's like, go find out for yourself. Yeah, I always like to think that I have a really good memory, and then it comes up, and I'm like, oh shit. Absolutely, Brian. I agree. My handwriting's so bad sometimes I can't even read my own handwriting. So blue, blue, that. It's like when I was trying to forge weld leaf spring steel. 5160 doesn't weld to itself. I didn't know. called a buddy of mine who's a knife smith, and he was like, "Mm-mm, gotta put another seal in between those, buddy." And I'm like, "Okay," but I had no idea. He did, thankfully. But hopefully, we have some cool things coming down the pike when we get back from our vacation. I'm gonna have to hit the ground running and try and get some knives done for the show because my stock is pretty low, but that's okay. Just means I gotta go to work, and I got Deadpool hanks to sell, and I've got I've got a collab hank. I've got two collab hanks that I gotta sell. I got my license plate hanks I gotta sell. I've got the what do I have over there? Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles hanks that I gotta sell. Um, shit, I can't remember the name of that movie. Deadpool hanks I gotta sell, which I know already said. I've got these hanks I gotta sell, which this is an original set of sheets from '98, I think. So got tons of stuff to do, and of course, very little time to do it. That's where I shine. Last minute Jack. That's gonna bug me. Thank you. Space Jam. Space Jam hanks. I was Googling it. I couldn't remember. But we'll see what I get done before the show. Also have some more hats I got to do. Speaking of Kirk, message me about what you want to do with hats and send me a logo. When I get back, I can put something together and I can give you a quote. They'll probably be, depending on how many hats you want, probably about $15 a hat. It's typically what my shop does, or the shop that I work at does. Typically, I might be able to get them a little bit lower. It just all depends. You working tonight, Brian? I got you. How long do you work on Wednesday? I'm about to clean my forge and finally get back in there. Do it. Whew. Oofda. I will say this, Brian, which, talking to Brian Kerr, I'm working on a music video. I shall be. Fantastic PNW. Brian Kerr, I've noticed with myself when I take a little bit of time away from the knife shop or go to a show or just go to a show as a customer, I always come back feeling like re-energized and ready to work. So maybe. Oh shit. You absolutely should not. Um what I'm hoping is if you've been in kind of a funk, which it seems like you have been, maybe me coming up there and us like working together, maybe it'll kind of like shake off some of the funk cobwebs, if you will. Maybe give you a new fire. That's what I'm hoping. Because, like I said, I'm speaking for myself. Um, but when I take a break away from everything and then I'm around like minded individuals, and then I come back like I'm ready to roll. Typically, it's like it recharges my batteries. I believe you, but I wouldn't know. Not yet, at least. Give me a second. I'll be right back. All right, sorry about that. Sorry about that. You will soon. I mean, not too soon. Scary is the amount of like individuals that are around us. No crayons are safe. I mean, as long as you're not trying to stick them up your nose, they're good. So I'm also not a Marine, so I'm not trying to eat them. That's funny. I keep on telling Alina that Wisconsin is essentially just Tennessee, but with a funny accent. 'Cause it's like literally up there in Wisconsin, do the same shit that we do in Tennessee. You're just further north with more snow and a different accent. And it's fantastic. Be so nice to be back in a state that I call home. And I say that, and I also call East Tennessee and Eastern Kentucky home. So, oh, absolutely. Wisconsin is the best. Tennessee is pretty great too. And I didn't understand that when we first moved here. Now we've been here for a while, and I'm like, state's pretty great. And I'm sure my family in Iowa and Wisconsin are going to be like, oh my God, your accent. You sound so southern. And be like, well, what does she need convincing for? Same, same, just different geography. We do fish fries. We got some good moonshine. We're not going to take a snow machine out, but we'll take a four wheeler out. I'm honestly not picking up an accent. I've developed a southern accent to a certain point, but I'll be up in Wisconsin for a day and I'll be like, "Oh, geez, did you know? Did you hear about Uncle Bob?" Yeah, you're looking forward to all the cheese. I'm looking forward to the beer. It's weird for me because like with oh, absolutely, they have better cheese and better meat. Well, depending on the farmer you talk to. My brother was up from Kentucky, said he missed the big pine trees because they're not very big trees down south. Um, yes and no. Um, they don't get as wide as um the Pacific Northwest, but we've got some big trees here. Um, my dad has a couple. He thinks they're oak trees. I want to say he's getting ready to chop down, and they were full grown when they bought the property back in 2003. So like they're huge now, but he's afraid they're going to come down on the house, and they've got some burls on them. So shout out if you get an off whoop. Yeah, like being around my family up in Green Bay, like a couple hours, and I'll be like, "Oh, don't you know?" We've got some decent sized trees in Tennessee. Just all depends on whose property they're on and if how healthy they are. I've got some like I sent you PNW that pine that solved the Civil War. Uh Kurt can attest to this even though he's on Facebook. The tree you couldn't even hug it. Like it was so wide, which I thought it was oak. Now I know it's pine. I messed up. But still pretty cool. Because I can point you to that property and the historic nature of that property. So yeah, dude, I'm freaking hoping that my dad gets some of those burls because I told him about it and he was like, "Oh, there's a burl right there," and I'm like, "Yes, yes, that is. Keep that." He's like, okay, cool. So hoping I get some nice chunks, get them stabilized and cut down. I don't know, like I I've messed with some burl before that's been stabilized in resin, and it's cool. Like, don't get me wrong, but I've really personally grown to love like spalted and curly woods. Um, they just get you a really cool pattern, like curly maple, for instance. Whenever you like sand it down and buff it, like you've got these waves that are just in the grain, and it looks so cool. But that's me. It's not everybody. Desert wood is also dope, but I've never messed with desert wood. I want to badly. In fact, with the order that I'm getting ready to put in with Jance, because I have to get some more black and red layered micarta, I'll probably order some desert wood because it's way past time that I play with that. I have a small block of spalted tamarind. Ooh, I bet that would be awesome. Um, I there's a guy that I know from Ohio that I've gotten a lot of different scale material from before, and he gave me a really good deal on like it was like 14 sets of different dyed maples, and some of them are curly, some of them are regular. Um, but it was a really good deal. It was a deal that I couldn't turn down. And I've got some dyed curly maple right now that I was getting ready to do something with, and then I found out my grinder no worky. So smells like burnt hair and old man farts, but it's so strong, gorgeous. Dude, I've seen the stuff that you've done with desert wood or ironwood. It looks so good. It looks like it's spalted, but there's several materials that I found that smell absolutely terrible, but look beautiful. So salted tamarind. Did you mean to say spalted or did you mean salted? Hey Brian, have you ever messed with micarta? Oh, okay. Mammoth ivory smells like burnt hair in the dentist office. I would love to play with some mammoth ivory, but the initial price tag scares the shit out of me, and the fact that that material is so brittle. Cool. I have enough for probably 5 or 6 sets of scales. I would like to mess with some spalted tamarind, sir. Yeah, I'll bring up some micarta. Not a big deal. What's up, nameless? We thought you got eaten by a frog, or were turned into a toad. You were telling me, isn't mother of pearl also as brittle as far as like heat goes, or no? If you guys didn't catch it, I just did a "Oh Brother Where Art Thou" reference. Worse. Oh Jesus! I crawled out. So with mother of pearl, would it be easier to work with if you had like a mini tile saw? Keep down the vibration and heat? Honestly, mammoth may work better with a mini tile saw because it's wet. Appreciate it, Brian, but please keep your tamarind. I have some already. Jesus. So what would a mini like tile saw work with that or no? I'm sure it's confusing and frustrating for everybody watching the lives, but this actually works better for my brain to bounce back and forth during conversation. Sorry. Yeah, I can tell you from personal experience if you've never gotten a care package from P&W, they're amazing. Just the random things that he puts into his packages. He's a thoughtful person. Maybe it's not the heat that really gets it. It's easier to use sharp belts and fresh bandsaw blade. Okay, good to know. Want some sterling silver wire. I'm hoping to incorporate in some scales tomorrow. How how thick is the wire? And are you going to do an inlay? I'm not sure. It hasn't shown up yet, but yes, an inlay. Okay. Reason why I was asking is because one of the things that I got from my former boss was a rolling mill. So if you need to make that wire thinner, I can bring that too. It's a little small rolling mill. Welcome back, Brian. Brian number 2 on a bless you. Type that again, Brian Kerr. Pilots, and I'm done with these 3 guys sheets. It'll be a while before I make another damn. Oh no, that's actually Jesus. What kind of wood is that? Fair enough, Brian. Kirk, I'm just saying if you don't want to do Kydex, you could outsource to your shop monkey who doesn't mind Kydex. It's an Irish dagger. Okay, I gotcha. What are you doing for the handles on said Irish dagger? I'm just saying in the future, if you don't want to do Kydex, I know somebody who could do it for you. And you know I'm cheap. So Mr. Kerr, what's about that dagger makes it Irish? Because I see some other people that have done some different plays on it. Just curious. It's drunk off. Fair enough. Oh, ski and do. Okay. Was curious how you actually pronounce it. Ski and do. Well, I've seen a lot of people take their own artistic take on the ski and do. So I didn't know if it was the actual handle shape or the stubby nature of the shillelagh, if you will. Um, but that looks really interesting. Because I'm just with Googling, I've seen people do like a ski and do kiradashi, a ski and do just one sided blade. Info I looked up said it was a traditional Irish blade. I could be wrong. No, Googling it, it's a traditional Irish dagger, but I've seen some different plays on it, so I didn't know what thing made it traditional. And it's also Scottish as well. A single edged knife was the Scottish part, apparently. Apparently, it was a knife that you put into your socks, like the top part of your sock. Hmm. Me Irish roots, I may have to make one. My own play on one, of course, but historically it's the blade shape and the way it's ground. Handle shapes have varied. Well, thank you, man. Good to know, Kirk. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking I need to make one. I need to look up and see. I already know the early coat of arms, but I need to look up and see like some traditional things that came out of Donegal and then make my own interpretation of an early family dagger. That'd be pretty cool. Oh fuck, bog oak is so awesome. Been trying to get a hold of some bog oak. Yeah, I saw one that was really cool. Uh, which I don't know why I'm not showing my screen. I'm an asshole. That's why I'm not showing my screen. So this was the first one where I was like, "Oh, that's just single edged." But there you go, worn in the sock. But there's all sorts of different shapes. But this one caught my eye right here. It was done by Emerson, of course it was. But those Celtic cutouts are pretty awesome. There's there's some pretty great versions of it out there. We got Stag. I like it. I like it a lot. Sorry, you didn't get to see my Googling Kirk. I can't share that while I'm live on my phone. Can only do it on the YouTube. Dude, that's awesome. Yeah. When I come back from the trip, because like I said, I have all that spring steel, and doing heat treat on spring steel sucks, but it's whatever. Gotta concentrate on. It's all good. We love you, man. Have a good night. Be safe. Hopefully it goes by quick. Um, what we've been talking about with the Egyptian saw blade, like I'm just gonna put a bunch of random blades on the spring steel and then take it over to my boss's shop or my ex boss's shop and use his plasma cutter. So like hour or two of using the plasma cutter, and I'll have all these blanks that need to be heat treated. The heat treat on spring steel is the worst part, but I've got a bunch of blanks to work with. Who cares? 9 hours ago. Jesus. You can phone it in, sir. But I would like to have a bunch of random shapes, and obviously I'll do some of my models as well. The sign that I showed off earlier that was leather wrapped, people have really liked them. So I think that I'm going to do a V2 and change the handle a little bit, make it a little bit longer. But people really like the skeleton knives, so do a bunch of those. We'll see what happens. I mean, it's always nice to go through like a set of blanks and be like, okay, we're gonna do this knife. And with all the spring steel that I got from him, and I'm probably like I can literally do a run of one knife, cut it out, and then do it at my leisure. So who knows? We'll see. I like having things ready to roll. I like it. I like it. I'm gonna show it. Looking good. That's what I sent to you. That looks pretty good. Dude, Kirk, I saw what you were working on. They look great. Do you still have some of that nuclear cheddar, just like a little piece? 'Cause I would love to, even if I don't use it, I would love to have some of it, just because I know where it came from. Even if it's just like a little like 2 by 2 square, like I'm gonna add that into the mix of stuff that I'll eventually hang up somewhere. Just like the little paper cutout of a mini uh Neshorn. Found that in the toolbox, so I have that set aside. Well, I thought you still had some, Kirk. That's why I'm saying I just need a little cut off so I can display it. Put it next to the little paper cutout of the mini Nashorn. And I don't know why I'm talking closer into the mic when I'm talking over here. I don't know. It's habit. Speaking of the mic. But Brian, I'm super excited to see what you got going on, and maybe give you some pointers and maybe learn some stuff. That's all I'm saying, Kirk. It's a little scrap so I can display it. I also, which Kirk, you're gonna find this super funny, and I've told you about it before, but it was a long time ago. So I ended up getting some scraps of material from Chris Ulick, Canadian Chris, and tell Brian to say nice. Um, the mix of stuff he ended up sending me, he had a resin mold of a hate pig, and so I have that. That's going to be in like the display of stuff. Oh, stop it, Brian! You can always learn from other people. Kirk, who is the guy who taught me how to do what I do, he's on Facebook. He told me to tell Brian to send your stuff off for leather sheaths and not do guidance. Literally completed only like 2 knives with handles and 3 rails. Okay, so you can always learn. Um, no matter where you're at in your journey, It doesn't matter whether it's knife making, woodworking, metal smithing, blacksmithing, any of the textile hands-on trades. Doesn't matter what you're doing or how long you are in the process. You can always grab something from somebody else. Not saying steal, but you can always learn something from somebody else, no matter where they're at. You could have somebody who's been doing smelting for 20 years, and some person comes along that's, like you said, only done a couple knives, and they have a different perspective on something, which may get you to think a different way or learn something that you didn't previously think of. So, no matter where you're at on your journey or within making whatever, there's always things that can be taught and learned. And if it's just the simple fact of we hang out and we have fun and we bullshit, whatever. You stop learning, you die. Student of life. The moment that I stop learning anything, it's over. Just pull the plug. Hope so. Hope I'm not too crazy for you. You got just the right amount of Wisconsin in my blood, so maybe too much. But I'm gonna shut down the live on Facebook. Kirk, you know I love you. You got my phone number. You ever need me to do a little something something for you? I'm your Huckleberry. Deuces Facebook. Okay. Also, I just saw the other part of your message, Brian. Good on you, bro. Oh, buddy, I tell people if you knew me before, I'm I'm domesticated, but still like that. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Gotta check on the future mommy. There it goes. I had to potty. Ugh. All right. So, oh, wildfire shows every once in a while. Pooping? No, I just had to pee. And I was giving positive words of affirmation to Alina. I said I would be right back. I had to pee and get another beer. Ooh, that beer's delicious. No, that I definitely need to make one of these daggers for sure. I just need to know how to tie it back to Donegal. And unfortunately, Donegal, the thing that everybody knows about that part of Ireland is that it's a port town. I don't want to put fish on a fucking knife. That's stupid. Not Donegal, Donegal. Excuse me. Symbols known from Donegal, Ireland. The Donegal crest looks terrible. Jesus. Hey, honey. Come here. Uh, Fair enough. I'll shoot you a message. Yeah, no, you're fine. I just wanted to show you a picture. I didn't mean to send you two pictures. I meant to only send you one. Put a black star spin on it. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, but I don't know which way to take it. That's where I'm perplexed. Yeah, so that's the crest of Donegal. It's awful. And awful. So I was like, "Hey, what symbols are Donegal known for?" And it was like, "This is the crest." And I went, It's awful." Hmm. We'll see what I come up with. It just definitely has me intrigued. I still have to design the Egyptian knife, which is going to be down out of 5160. That's kind of interesting, but also not. Hmm. That's not of the right style, but okay. Yeah, the Kopesh. I gotta come up with a design. I've been saying it for like weeks/months. I haven't I haven't drew anything. I've thought about it, but I haven't drew anything. I need to draw some shit. Maybe I need to bring some paper with me because half the ride up to Iowa I'll be driving, and then the other half Lena will be driving. Maybe I need to do some sketching while she's driving. I don't know. It's been a while since I've sketched anything, so usually save that for rainy days. where I'm like, I don't want to go out in the shop. But it's been a long time since I've sketched anything. And I need to look back on my past sketches because I've got some pretty cool designs that I've already sketched out. Like my Balisong that I sketched out like 3 years ago, 4 years ago, something like that. I think it was like 3 years ago. But I feel like as somebody who has Irish roots slash Scottish roots that we don't know about, but Donegal was a Scottish haven. I need to do one of these. I designed a Balisong. I haven't made it yet. Got a lot of knives that I've designed that I haven't made. But a Balisong, when you break it down to its simplest parts, it's just rivets and two handles and a knife. So we'll see. Look at the last name Kerr. Near a marsh or a swampy woodland. Marsh dweller. A variant of the name Carr. Interesting. Kerr. Son of the dusky lad. Oh, dude. With the fact of your last name, somebody who lived by a marsh or swampy woodland, you should be doing all bog. That's all you should do. Ever. Bog anything. For your handles. Caramade. That's pretty cool. The origins of the family can be traced back to Normandy. Also left-handed. I have not seen anything about left-handed. Are you a lefty? The great clan Kerr, remembered in Scotland as one of the most loyal but warlike clans of the turbulent border territories. I'm a lefty as well. So in Nashville, there is a Mary Frances Kerr, which you probably are related to. I'm a lefty as well, sir. So originally, I was going to call Black Star what I wanted to call Black Star originally was Sinistar. And there's already a guy that makes Sinister knives, and his logo is a left handprint. I was like, some bitch. Because Sinister, um, when you look up the etymology of it, is pretty synonymous with left handed people because we were thought to be evil. And originally, Black Star started out as a thought for a clothing company. And so I thought Sinistar would be pretty cool, but Sinistar, too close. So then I just reverted back to Black Star. Which may come full circle because the type of shirts that I'm wanting to make, very few people actually make them. So there may be Black Star knives and then Black Star apparel. He chose right. Black Star's badass. Then carried car, had a castle with a spiral staircase through the time. Oh, dude, that's freaking awesome. Well, so it's even funnier. So Lena and I were already together when I came up with Black Star, and she already had a love of the shape of a star, and so when I came out with what was called Black Star Rockwear, which never happened, kind of got the wheels turning, and then when we started up the Facebook group, it was called Estrella, Spanish for star. And I was like, man, it'd be really cool to call myself Black Star in Spanish. I'm too white to call my company Black Star in Spanish. So Black Star was. Also, if you've never heard the song by David Bowie called Black Star, it's pretty great. Also, Lazarus, really good. But yeah, Brian, I don't know if you heard me say it earlier or not, but Mushroom Head, their new CD came out today. I haven't listened to it yet, but I'm going to. What is it, Linky Poo? I did hear you say that. Yeah, no, I'm too white to have that as a company name. So we'll see what happens, but I'm happy with Black Star. It works, it makes sense. It's it makes sense with my upbringing, my dad's upbringing, which is why I'm not super looking forward to us going to Iowa, but it is what it is. But either way, it'll be fun. It'll be worth the travels. E and K. I do not know what that acronym stands for. Oh Jesus. I mean, it's fine with what I want to do with things. Like there could be several different businesses underneath Black Star Enterprises or whatever the way. However, I decide I want to go with it, but got to have some money and a plan to begin with. So, I mean, honestly, I don't give a shit, but you also have to be smart about things. So, we'll see what happens. We'll see what comes of it. Maybe there'll be an ENK or EN ENA for apparel. Who knows? We'll see. But it would be a lot easier to throw a Black Star up and see ENA or ENK instead of the whole thing. We'll see what happens. I got lofty goals, and we'll see how much of them get met within the next 20 years. whether whether you believe in Christianity or anything else religious, there is a saying that a lot of people say that men had plans, God laughs. So we'll see what happens. I'm just along for the ride to meet as many people as possible and to learn as much as possible before I have to play chess with the Grim Reaper. Hopefully, he likes rock music. It's also a movie reference if you didn't catch it. The way that I look at things is I've been blessed with a beautiful wife. I've been blessed with a passion. I've been blessed with a beautiful home. Everything else is just noise slash cherries on top of the sundae. So you always have to remember that as any human, like be thankful for what you have. Not saying don't want more. It's not what I'm saying at all. But take a step back, look around, see what you have, what you don't have, and be thankful for it. Do I want more? Sure. But do I have the main things that I need to survive within reach? Absolutely. Got a roof over my head. We have we have vehicles, a way to travel. We've got food, we've got water. Everybody's happy, everybody's healthy. Everything else is just everything else. So hashtag black. I hate those women that do that. We're in the process of having perhaps the greatest man or woman ever born. We're on the precipice. So close. It's going to be so great. Maybe a president someday. I don't know. I don't know. But we'll see. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be terrifying, but it's going to be awesome. But I will say, could be, could be the greatest knife maker ever. We'll see. I don't know. That's that's one thing that's very important to me. If you take over the trade, sweet, awesome. I love it. I'm here for it. If you have another passion, let's harness that passion. I don't want to be the type of parent that, well, you have to do this because this is what I wanted to do or this is what I'm doing. No, mm-mm, absolutely not. I will give you all the knowledge that I can for whatever it is that you're passionate about, and also be like, hey, YouTube, Google, but I'm gonna tell them beyond a shadow of a doubt. Oh my damn, honey, we need to go to Youngstown. I know this dude. He'll give me a better deal. I'm sending you a message. Sorry, I got distracted with my dream car. Um, no matter what it is, um, it's a '79 Corvette. No matter what it is, learn everything that you can learn and be the best motherfucker. And you do that, you'll be okay. You'll survive, no matter what it is. Some will say that's a little bit harsh, unrealistic expectations. Um, but I want them to understand that. Boo! Being the best at something is subjective. Do the best thing that you can do and be happy with it. That's all you need to do. And I will say to my kid, be the best motherfucker. Like Hank Hill over here. Don't half ass it. Yeah, so if anybody is in the market for a 1979 Corvette in Youngstown, Ohio, he's wanting 12.5 for it, which is a good deal. I don't know what it needs. I don't know if it's running or not. Knowing him, it probably runs, but I could probably get it for 10 because he's got one of my knives and still owes me cable, but we'll see. So my grandfather had an 81 that was supposed to be my car in my head. He never planned to sell it to me or give it to me or anything like that. But I fell in love with Corvettes because that 81. Really, by all rights, I would want a 74. Um, but it's a Corvette. Daddy will have a Corvette at some point. It may run like damn it, but Daddy's gonna have a Corvette at some point. When I was in high school, one of my friends' grandparents had a 74 Corvette that was in rough shape. And they only wanted 3 grand for it. Which back when I was in high school, 3 grand was a lot of money. I was gonna have to like make payments or figure out something. But right at the point where I was gonna talk with him, like, hey, can I buy this car? Uh their son, I guess it was her uncle, jumped in, like grabbed it. And I'm like, you son of a bitch. But ever since that white whale that got away, I'm like, oh, 70 model Corvettes. Whew. 68 Camaro is sexy. I think it's the T tops for me because, like I said, my grandfather had an 81. Was it 74 or 72? Well, let's look them both up. I think it was the 74 Stingray. That's what it was. It was Stingray. And that's the reason why I fucking fell in love with it. The 74 looks really good. I don't think there's much difference between the 72 and 74. Nope, it was the 74 that I fell in love with. You telling me you wouldn't jizz over that? Just clean lines. Here, I'm gonna fuck your mom, and I'm gonna be your new stepdad. Like, so much sex. It's a good looking car. You got the T tops, clean lines, classic Corvette taillights, right there. Ugh, ugh, so nice. And I do appreciate that they made an homage to the old style with the Century Edition. I think it was with the Corvette. I don't. It may have been called the Centennial Edition. Yeah, the Centennial Edition. That's not the one I'm looking for. It was a it was a Corvette. It was the Z06 engine, but it was a Corvette that I saw, and it could have just been like somebody's mock-up, but it had the exhaust going through where the taillights were. Oh, dude, C10s and C20s. My heart. My dad had a '59 Apache, and I really want to take my S10 to a Sonoma bed just so it's step side like that Apache. Yeah. Old school C10, C20s. So good. But though, like you're talking about 60 model vehicles, some of the 60 model Ford trucks were really nice as well. And I'm not a Ford fan, but when you got some good shit going on, you got some good shit going on. Woo! I was never really a fan of the well, I say I wasn't a fan of the Veneno. I don't know that I've ever seen a picture of the Veneno. Oh yeah, that looks good. Yeah, I was always a fan of the was it Gallardo? Hurricane wasn't a bad model either. Yeah, that Gallardo. It once again classic clean lines. Which in Spanish is Gallardo, but like I was always a fan of that. Apparently, my uncle, who passed away before I got a chance to meet him, was a fan of Lamborghini as well, and I thought that was pretty cool. Diablos were also really good models for sure, but I will probably never own a Lambo because I'm pretty sure Alina would fucking kill me. I don't even want to know what Gallardo would be worth because it ran from 2003 to 2013. So 2005 lowest recorded sale was 72K. Average price is 132. That's a house. That's that's not a dream car. That's an out of reach car. That's a house. Countach. What is that, Brian? Countach. What is this? Lamborghini Countach. The rear mid-engine 74 to 90. Okay. That might be a little bit more attainable. Still looks very similar to the Gallardo. Okay. I smell what you're stepping in. I would say that may be a little bit more attainable, but I don't think it would be. Because then you're going into the classic cars. But it does look good. I like it. I mean, honestly, at the money that you're going to pay for that, just get a Cybertruck and lower it. This is going to look pretty close. But yeah, I would love, especially after driving a 59 Apache. I would love to get hold of a 59 Apache and like slam it and redo it and everything else. Because like my dad always hated people that like slam their trucks. But the '59 Apache, and honestly, if I could get into a step side, it would probably be once again '60s model, like '62 to '64 step side Chevy. Um, I would love to completely redo it, slam it down, put some graphics on the back, like early memories or something like that, and like give it to my dad. Like that would be so fucking cool. But he would hate it. We could use exotic cars. You can score Lambo for around. Once again, that's a house, bro. That's a place to live. That's not a toy. Like I have a hard time justifying because like I'm not a super hardcore car guy. Like I have a hard time justifying anything past like 30, 40 for a vehicle. Now, whether you're gonna like completely redo it or anything like that, it's just like it's other things I could be doing with that money. Oh, dude, that'd be cool. Um, dualies look really good slammed. And that's not something that I ever thought that I would say, but dualies look really good slammed. Yeah, I saw my first dually slammed. It was actually thanks to Paul Tuttle Jr. 'Cause I had a truck magazine, I think it was, and his slam dually was in the truck, and I was like, "Ugh." Makes no sense to slam a dually, but they look fucking good as long as you've got the right mirrors. I love to see when people do things that make people go, "What? Why?" Like with my first car, what I really wanted to do, and if I would have had the money, I would have done it in a fucking heartbeat. I had a 1990 Buick Regal boat, and I wanted to put a big V8 in that bastard and make it a fucking sleeper, where I could pull up next to somebody and they'd be like, "Oh, that's a four banger," and then flip a switch and whoa, whoa. Like you should never do that for a 90 Buick Regal, but I wanted to so bad. Absolutely. Same thing with bikes. I hate the mirrors on my bike. It makes no sense with the shape of the tank. So on my bike, my tank is very wide and then it tapers, almost like a Stingray. And my rear view mirrors are oval, and it's like, well, no, they should be tapered out and then back in. It's just design elements that a lot of people don't think about. You gotta tie the design together, and that don't always doesn't happen from a factory. Sometimes there's just educated idiots that don't understand clean lines and the way a lot of people look at vehicles, especially if you grew up with mechanic in your family or your dad. But design, period. It's all about how everything flows. So I am a tour for tying things all together. Well, guys, love y'all. Brian, we're gonna see you in a couple days. I'm gonna jump off here because I'm gonna go spend time with Alina, who has been through a traumatic experience today. I'm gonna make sure she's doing okay, and if she needs anything, I'm gonna get it for her. And then I'm gonna try and find another beer that I don't think exists in the fridge, and I'm gonna drink some. So, you guys have a good night. Thanks so much for hanging out with us. We'll be live again Sunday before we take our trip, and you guys stay awesome. Have a wonderful Saturday, and stay away from the car kids, Josh. Love you guys. Deuces.